Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. This session is for the month of October 2022 I'm referring to. This session is going to be completely in English medium. If you are not comfortable with the language, switch to the Hindi session. That is also there in the playlist. You can do that. It is very much available. Hindi session is also available. This session is in complete English medium for our students from South India, for our students from Northeast India, like students from Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala. Those students who are unable to understand Hindi well, we record a separate session in complete English medium for them. I'll present to you around 50 to 60 important points, believe me. Whenever you give me the feedback, I really love that. Do share the feedback. Whenever you take an exam, whenever you write an exam, if you see a few questions in your exam taught by me, that means the similar questions, please give me the feedback. I feel motivated, and when you say that I got 4 questions, 5 questions from your videos, mention the date of the exam, mention the shift in which you took the exam, and apart from that, mention the name of the exams too. I'll be happy because that way I'll feel that my content is more relevant for this in that exam. That's how I'll be able to be more and more beneficial for other students too. If you like the video, you can press the like button, share the video with your friends. If you feel like, if you wish to watch these videos further as well, you can press the subscribe button as well, which has bell icon along with that. Do press that. That's how you'll receive notifications of all the exam relevant videos which we upload. From here on, I'll be starting from the first question. And what is it about? It is about the appointments. The most important part actually of the video. Even when you see the last page, government schemes or anything like that, even they are equally important. If they are kept on the last page, does not mean they are any less important. I'll start from the first point. We try to deliver topic wise current affairs so that you can actually gain only that point. You can keep only that point in your mind forever, which is required to be kept and not the entire story. Under the section of appointments, you can see the first question is about Chief Justice of India. You understand that. Such a question is super important. Supreme Court has judges. We all know that. Senior judges, all sorts of, as in I'm saying, Supreme Court has judges. Kindly consider that. If judges are there, one out of all becomes the Chief Justice of the country. That means senior most of all those judges which are present, which are there in Supreme Court of India. So I am saying Supreme Court of India has Chief Justice of India. That's the rank present, that's the rank available, that's the designation. Supremely, you can say that it is of very, very high level, very, very higher sort of rank. Now Justice U.U. Lalit was the one. He's supposed to be, replaced, and D.Y. Chandrachud. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, he is going to replace him, and he is going to be 50th number Chief Justice of India. I'll say once again, 50th number is important. New Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud. He has become that, and the term which he'll be spending as Chief Justice of the country is going to be 2 years. When you look at the next question, National Icon of Election Commission of India. See, Election Commission, we all know about it. I am saying they have appointed one national icon to represent Election Commission, and that is Pankaj Tripathi. So he has become national icon for Election Commission of India. When you look at the next question, he is Roger Binney. BCCI, that wealthy cricket body of our country, BCCI. The president of BCCI was Saurav Ganguly. We all know that. So Roger Binney is going to replace him soon. I am saying new BCCI president. He has become that. Roger Binney has become that. Keep the name in your mind, it is important. When you move to the next question, as we are referring to appointments, somebody else is also there in this section. That is Iraq's new president. His name is Abdul Latif Rashid. So Abdul Latif Rashid, Iraq's new president. All the names are significant, you know that. If you are understanding, stay put, watch the video till the end. You can press the like button also. I'll repeat that. D.Y. Chandrachud has become 50th numbers Chief Justice of India. The second question was BCCI's president, Roger Binney, has become that. The third question was Pankaj Tripathi has actually become the national icon for Election Commission of India. And this fellow has become Iraq's new president and his name is Abdul Latif Rashid. Let's move to the next topic. And which is India in focus. Let's see where India remained in focus. What sort of ranks, in multiple indices India received. Let's start from the first one. India's rank on Global Innovation Index has become 40th now. Global Innovation Index is published by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, but it is majorly addressed as WIPO only. I want to say something. 40th rank is important. Who stood on top is important. Who publishes that index is important. I am going to teach you something else. You can see the lowest point as well. Here also, India's rank has got, mentioned again. In the upper one, I am saying World Innovation, Global Innovation Index 2022. India's rank was 40th. First was of Switzerland. Second was of USA. And third was of Sweden. WIPO publishes this Global Innovation Index. All these points are significant. Kindly consider them multiple points. Instead of, thinking one question, they can ask you who publishes it. They can ask you who stood on top. They can ask you what was India's rank. All these questions are asked. From one point, there can be 3 questions you can answer very easily. Theme, and that is going to be the next question of 2022. So theme of what? Something which took place in Hyderabad. I have told you the venue of it indirectly. So venue, Hyderabad. What took place? United Nations World Geospatial Congress, second numbers Geospatial Congress took place in Hyderabad. That is what I am saying. Geo-enabling the global village, no one should be left behind. Geo-enabling the global village, no one should be left behind. That's the theme, because that was the question. So they are asking you what's the theme of UN World Geospatial Congress. The theme was the one which is written here, no one should be left behind. And the venue, Hyderabad. When I proceed, India's rank on concern worldwide. India's rank on concern worldwide and wealth, hunger, health, global hunger index 107th. The situation is pretty bad here. We all know that. There will be many people who will be telling you that Sri Lanka is an even better state. Pakistan was even kept, way ahead. India is on 107th number, 107th rank in Global Hunger Index. That's sad. India's rank on Global Hunger Index is 107th. If they ask you who publishes it, the answer is hidden here. Concern Worldwide and Wealth, Hunger, Health does that. German, Wealth, Hunger, Health. So that's how you can keep that in your mind. So Global Hunger Index, India's rank 107th. Let's proceed with the next question. Okay, now the topic is important days. So in the category of important days, we'll start with, first of all, World Habitat Day. We all know World Habitat Day is celebrated. As this year it was celebrated on 3rd of October, does not mean that it is celebrated every year on 3rd of October. First Monday of October is celebrated as World Habitat Day. Please understand that. World Habitat Day is celebrated on first Monday of October, and this year it was celebrated on 3rd October. Theme, I found the theme important, that is why I have mentioned it. It is mind the gap, leave no one and place behind. I'll repeat that. Mind the gap, Leave no one and place behind. Leave no one and place behind. That is the theme kept for World Habitat Day. International Day of Girl Child, which is celebrated on 11th of October. You may have seen there's a day 11th of October which is celebrated as International Day of Girl Child. Our time is now, our rights, our future. That was the theme kept for International Day of Girl Child. I'll repeat that. International Day of Girl Child is celebrated on 11th October. The theme, I found it important. You saw, Rahul Gandhi promoting it actually, how he was doing it. He was holding, little girls by his side, and that's how they were actually communicating with people and wishing all of them that International Day of Girl Child should be celebrated like this and that. That's how you can relate it very easily. The Bharat Jodo Yatra which is going on right now, he was actually promoting International Day of Girl Child during that period as well. So our time is now, our rights, our future. That was the theme for 11th October's International Day of Girl Child. World Mental Health Day. I'll tell you what happens is, students consider this question a little less important. Rather, they try to ignore it. But believe me, this question is asked very frequently. You need to be careful while answering, this question. Please keep that in mind, that this question can be asked, because this is asked multiple times. This was asked multiple times. That is why I believe even this time there's a possibility they may ask you that. World Mental Health Day is observed on 10th of October. Theme was make mental health and well-being for all a global priority. At places you won't find well-being written. Does not matter. You have to learn it like that only. Make mental health and well-being for all a global priority. That's the theme. Please keep that in mind. Now the next question is, okay, sports news from here on. That's the category we'll be studying from here on. Ballon d'Or, that means I've started talking about football. And let's look at the ones who received Ballon d'Or in men's or in women's category. We'll start with the first one, Ballon d'Or, football. We can see the faces of these two people. One is Karim and the other one is Alexia Putellas. What have they done? Ballon d'Or, football, received by, in men's category, Karim Benzema. He is from France and he plays for the club Real Madrid. What happens is, at times they don't ask you the names, because they really assume that everybody knows the name because Ballon d'Or is that popular now. If they know, they may not ask you the names of the person who has received it. They may ask you the clubs which they play for. Karim Benzema plays for Real Madrid club. And women's category, Alexia Putellas, you can see her beautiful picture, and she is from Spain and she plays for the club Barcelona. She plays for the Barcelona club. When I move to the next question, it is India wins Women's Asia Cup 2022. 7th time by defeating Sri Lanka. See, that's the case. You have to learn it. That's the reason. An important victory for us. Who defeated whom? That's important. Sri Lanka got defeated by India. That is what, we feel it's pretty important. But it was Women's Asia Cup. Even that should be known to you. Who was declared as the player of the tournament during this Women's Asia Cup? We have started talking about cricket. First of all, you need to know that, because there's a possibility Women's Asia Cup you must not be even aware of. So, we have started talking about cricket. Now, player of the tournament, Deepti Sharma. You can see her picture as well. I'll repeat that. India won Women's Asia Cup 2022 by defeating Sri Lanka. Deepti Sharma was actually announced the player of the tournament. Let's move to the next question. Now the category is of state news, and let's see what is happening, in the states. The first question is India's first slender loris sanctuary in Kadavur, Tamil Nadu. if you're not aware, for your information. Slender loris. First of all, this is going to be the first sanctuary for slender loris. If you're not aware what or who slender loris is. Slender loris is basically the category of lemur. They are like lemur. If you're not aware what lemurs are, they are monkeys. So I in easier terms, I can tell you that slender loris look like monkeys. They are from that background, that family only. So India's first slender loris sanctuary. See, when such sort of things do take place, they wish to protect them basically. Such sort of sanctuaries are actually going to protect them well. So India's first slender loris sanctuary in Kadavur, Tamil Nadu. India's first 24/7 solar powered village. India's first. See, first is always important. I generally say that. Every teacher has a habit of speaking like that. So first is important, first is important. So here 24/7 solar power village. Modera, Gujarat has actually become that. Modera has become that village, which is in Gujarat, has become that village which will remain lit. That means which will have energy, which will remain solar powered 24/7. That's remarkable. First fully digitally literate. Again, first. That is why question is even more significant. Fully literate? No. I'm saying fully digitally literate. It is way ahead. You can say that it is such an advanced step. You can see that in a panchayat which is digitally literate, and that is completely digitally literate, I must say. Pulampara in Kerala. Such sort of advanced things, do take place here in Kerala. We all know that, and we always see and study that. Pulampara Panchayat, which will be called fully digitally literate. Now, Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen. So, in village areas, if Swachh Sarvekshan, if cleanliness drive takes place, what happens is 2022, I'm referring to the year which is going on. We are going to classify those states which can be kept on top for. See, that's how they even remain motivated to keep their places clean. If they are called the you can say cleanliest state, you understand that you can motivate them like that. I am saying Swachh Sarvekshan Grameen, as per that, under the category of large states, Telangana stood on top. Even Haryana and Tamil Nadu were also there. Now, when you say smaller states and smaller union territories are there, out of all of them, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that means the Andamans remained on top. So, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, number 1 district, Bhiwani, Haryana. All the points are significant, although they are going to seem like this is the one question completely, but that's actually not, that. Large states, smaller states, and this is only a district which stood on top, which remained on top, and that is Bhiwani. The next question is about projects and inaugurations. Although this part seems a little boring, but I'll try my level best to, make you at least learn that such questions are asked. So don't even forget, don't even think like that, these questions are boring. Foundation stone of Taranga Hill, Ambaji and Abu Road. New broad gauge line laid down in Ambaji, Gujarat. Ambaji, we have started talking about goddess. Ambaji, goddess, deity. I actually wish to mention something else here. Whenever you start talking about this broad gauge line, in 1930, even British considered this place important. So since then, they are saying that it did not remain, in use that way that it had to be. So they laid the foundation then in 1930. Now they are saying the foundation stone of that new broad gauge line has actually been laid, has actually been laid down, has actually been started. From where? That's the important point, because it is actually related with that British time also. That's the significance of the question. So this can be asked. Ambaji is in Gujarat. First thing, connectivity, Taranga Hill, Ambaji and Abu Road. So that's the broad gauge line they have come up with. If our Prime Minister himself inaugurates something, so that sort of questions are asked in the exams because they become important for you. So this is the question. The next question is, world's largest safari park. You must be excited because even Diwali is approaching. Happy Diwali to all of you in advance. If I wish to say something, if I wish to mention other than Diwali, keep studying. Don't, spend the entire time, celebrating Diwali, because you may have your exam soon. World's largest safari park, if that actually, entertains you, if you feel that, everybody should visit such sort of thing, it is going to be world's largest safari park. Look at the question. To come up at Gurugram and Nuh, both are in Haryana, and they are going to come up with that sort of park, world's largest safari park in, Haryana, and these two places are there, Gurugram and Nuh. Aravalli range, you require forest-like structure. You know that. You like forest-like structure. Obviously, that is how, safari can take place. So, that is why Aravalli range. Adani Green, to set up world's largest wind solar plant. The capacity is going to be 600 megawatt. The place is going to be Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. The words are Adani Green. The words are Adani Green. Understand that. Adani Green, that means they have started talking about something favorable, something propitious for the environment. So what they are saying is that Adani Green is going to come up with something, and it is going to be world's largest world's largest wind solar plant, and it is going to have the capacity of 600 megawatt, and the place is going to be Rajasthan. Exactly, it is going to be Jaisalmer. Now the place is going to be Sanshore, Rajasthan, where HPCL is also starting something. See, the names of the firms behind such sort of initiatives, they are asked. So the upper one was Adani Green, the lower one is HPCL. So HPCL is going to commence its first cow dung to compressed biogas project. So cow dung to compressed biogas project, which is going to come up in Sanshore, Rajasthan. HPCL is behind the creation of such a thing. It is going to be first. Please keep that in mind. All the questions which have first in them, they become super important for you. If you wish to study from us, you can join us. We have live batches, we have, video sessions. We provide hard copy study material as well, which gets delivered at your address. If you are comfortable, if you wish to crack some exam, if you wish to get a job in government sector or any other exam you wish to prepare for, like any aptitude or CTT exam, you can join us. The numbers are given below, you can dial them. Let's start with the next question. The heading is banking and finance. That means those students who are not preparing for bank exams can take a break. That means break of around 5 minutes, because I'll continue after that for those students who are preparing for only SSC or any other exam. Now focus those students who are preparing for bank exams. So banking and finance, the first question is for card devices. Jana Small Finance Bank partners with Paytm. First of all, if they wish to install, if Paytm is willing to install, so I am saying for that they got to tie up with Jana Small Finance Bank. What is written here? That for card devices, for placing machines at places, Jana Small Finance Bank partners with Paytm. Their combo is important. They may ask you, like for card devices, Jana Small Finance Bank has partnered with, then you're going to answer it like with Paytm. The next question is about Play Credit Card by RBL Bank, Book My Show. What is that? See, Play is a credit card, first of all, launched by RBL, yes, but for whom? Primarily for the people who are at Book My Show. Book My Show has, you can say the clientele of millions. So it is a popular app, we all know that. We have seen that. So Book My Show is there. So such sort of clientele, they are actually willing to sell, or they are willing to, offer or provide that credit card to Book My Show. So RBL and Book My Show, Play Credit Card by RBL to Book My Show. That is what I'm actually trying to say. You can call it a joint sort of thing. You can call it that co-branding is taking place. You can learn it like that as well. No problem at all. The upper one was Paytm and Jana Small Finance Bank. The lower one is Book My Show and RBL. The next question is Smart Wire. for SWIFT. Based inward remittances, ICICI Bank. First of all, if you stay abroad, if you stay outside, you wish to send money back to your country through this smart wire for SWIFT, it can be done very, very quickly. This is going to be the fastest method, sending your money from outside to the country. ICICI Bank is coming up with smart wire for the same, for the inward remittances that you're sending money back to your country. For example, that is what I've actually told you, that smart wire for inward remittances by ICICI Bank. Just that. The next question is home loan assets under management, AUM, cross rupees 6 trillion for SBI. Every bank provides home loans. We know that majorly. So if scheduled commercial banks provide home loans, SBI has crossed the mark of 6 trillion. 6 trillion, it is huge. I'll repeat that. Home loan assets under management cross 6 trillion for SBI. That is important, very, very important. But such a question will be asked. You know that. It carries some significance. If you're still watching, you can press the like button and watch the video till the end, because that is going to benefit you a lot. You understand that. So in banking and finance, here, see, LIC and government, referring to central government, they collectively have the share around of 94% in IDBI Bank. 94%. Around 60.72. Collectively, they are selling it out. IDBI Bank is there. IDBI Bank has, suppose they have, 100% stake. I am saying 94%, around 94% is there with Government of India and LIC. Now, they are planning to divest. They are planning to disinvest. They are planning to sell that part of share, some part of it. Total is around 94%. They are selling 30.24%. LIC is selling it. Central government 30.4%. Central government is disinvesting it. Which bank? IDBI Bank. The lower point is RBI launches advanced supervisory monitoring system for the banks, and that is Daksh app. It is an application. They want real-time sort of things happening there at the branches, day-to-day functions. They want to even monitor that minute, or you can say micro level. RBI has launched something for that supervisory monitoring system called Daksh. Regional rural banks eligible to be listed on stock exchange if minimum net worth over 3 years remained 300 crores and minimum CAR required for that is 9%. Regional rural banks were not expected to be listed on stock exchange, but they are saying if they remain for the consecutive, like for 3 years they remained, they'll have the net worth of more than 300 crores. That is all right, we can think like that. Apart from that, they can list themselves on stock exchange, but apart from this 300 crores benchmark, you need to read the lower point as well. That is capital adequacy ratio. They wish to say that capital is going to come up under capital divide, the sign of divide, under which risk weighted assets capital adequacy ratio required is 9%. That is what I was actually telling you, that how much capital the bank has compared to its risk weighted assets. So minimum CAR required is 9%. Now I'll move to the next question, and from here on everybody can join. You can see Nobel Prize laureates are super important, you know that. So Nobel Prize laureates, we are going to start from here on. From here on everybody can join. Awards and prizes, that's the point, that's the heading, subheading we are studying. So Nobel Prize in physics, Elaine Aspect, John F. Clauser, Anton Zeilinger, they received the award in physics. Nobel Prize is given in many categories. You will see somebody getting the award for chemistry, you will see somebody is getting the award for economics, you will see somebody getting the award for peace, literature, things like that. So even physiology, one of the categories are there. Physiology is also there. So if Elaine, John F. Clauser and Anton received the award in the category of physics, what have they done? Experiments on photons and quantum physics. That was their research on. Experiments on photons and quantum physics. That is what they have shown exemplary work in this category. That's the reason they received Nobel Prize in Physics. In chemistry, Carolyn R. Bertozzi, Morton Meldal, K. Barry Sharpless received the award in the category of chemistry. Nobel Prize for Chemistry was given to Carolyn Morton K. Barry. Carolyn Morton K. Barry for the contribution in development of chemistry and bioorthogonal chemistry. Learn these words carefully. They are difficult. Before I wrap up, I really assume that you will not be able to learn these names. Give yourself some time, try to click the pictures of these names and keep revising them, because they will be asked in some or the other exam round the year. These questions are going to be there, can be seen in your exams. In literature, Annie Ernaux. The first thing you need to learn, Annie Ernaux, she is from France and she has become the first lady, first woman to receive award Nobel Prize in the category of literature from France. Yes, France's first women recipient of Nobel Prize in the category of literature. Annie Ernaux has become that. That is the reason this question is way more important than other questions. Physiology, that means I'm referring to medicine. Physiology, medicine, Svante Pääbo, he is from Sweden. Svante Pääbo from Sweden received the award in the category of medicine or physiology. Discovery on genomes of extinct hominins and human evolution. What was he researching on? What was his discovery? He was discovering, actually he was working on something, and that was extinct hominins and human evolution's genomes. Svante Pääbo in the category of peace. Alice Bialetsky from Belarus. Human Rights Organization Memorial, Russia. Human Rights Organization Center for Civil Liberties from Ukraine. They received award in the category of peace. So Alice, Human Rights Russia, Human Rights again from Ukraine, and one from Belarus received the award for the peace in the category of peace. Let's proceed with the next category. It is economics, and the way we pronounce it is that as Sveriges primarily and not Sveriges. People pronounce it like that. So Sveriges Riksbank Prize, that means we are talking about economics Nobel Prize only. So Ben S. Bernanke, Douglas W. Diamond, Philip H. Dybvig received the award for economics, and their research was on banks and financial crisis. That's the topic which has to be studied during this time. So research on banks and financial crisis, that's their research on. That is the reason they received Nobel Prize in the category of economics. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Angela Merkel, the right candidate. You know that, you may have seen it, that during her time when she was the Chancellor of Germany, she provided place, she actually provided help to the refugees, and that is the reason United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees Nansen Refugee Award was given to Angela Merkel. I have told you she was the ex-Chancellor of Germany and she received this award. Srishti Bakshi, she is a woman activist, tries to break stereotypes, tries to bring forth something, and what is that? Changemaker Award at United Nations Sustainable Development Goals was given to this lady. This is the award which was given to this lady, and her name is Srishti Bakshi. So I told you, influencer, breaks the stereotypes, help women activists. Srishti Bakshi received this award, Changemaker Award at United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Action Award. Let's proceed with the next question. Swachh Sarvekshan now. So let's see. India's cleanest. Indore consecutively, or you can call it the 6th time. I should not speak like that consecutively. So I'm saying India's cleanest, Indore, 6th time. The second question is first 7-star garbage free city, not garbage city. I am saying 7-star garbage free city. So first of its kind, Indore has become that as well. So these are two questions basically, but the answer is Indore. Second number was awarded to Surat and third one was awarded to Navi Mumbai. India's cleanest and first 7-star garbage free city. Best Safai Mitra Suraksha city, Tirupati has become that. Those who provide security to Safai Mitra, those people who actually engaged or who remain engaged in cleaning of the place. Tirupati has actually provided that sort of security or suraksha to those people. First, Panchgani, Maharashtra, less than 1 lakh. We are referring to people. Cleanest state, MP. Second is Chhattisgarh. Third is Maharashtra. But here also the category is there that if they are that huge, that more than 100 urban local bodies are there. More than 100 local bodies are there in these states, and these states remain on top out of all, where more than 100 urban local bodies are there. Let's read the lower category which has less than 100 urban local bodies, and here in this category the cleanest state remained Tripura, second is Jharkhand, and third is not United Kingdom, it is Uttarakhand. So Tripura, Jharkhand and Uttarakhand for less than 100 urban local bodies. And best Ganga town remained Haridwar, which is in Uttarakhand. Let's proceed with the next question. I hope you may have realized till now that I am actually going to deliver only those points which are important for your exam prep. These are the questions. They seem to be less important, but they are not. You know that. You have written many exams. I believe that government schemes are asked in almost all the exams. So they are important from the perspective of any competitive exam. Learn them. PM Divine. They will ask you the full form of divine. Here, DEV is written like that. That is why it is development. You can say that. I is generally initiative. And NE is northeast. So northeast region. So what are they developing? They are actually providing the development. That is the initiative for northeast region. For northeast region, you can see that. Say that. They are saying that 6,600 crores is going to be the outlay, is going to be the expenditure on this project. This is the scheme, PM Divine scheme. Approved for the term 2022-23, 25-26. 2022-23, 25-26. That's the term, that's the duration it will remain valid for. What is the full form? That is important. Second question. The third question is what is going to be the outlay on them. That is also important. Whenever you see Yuva sort of scheme, you need to relate it with youth. That is why Yuva is there. But what does this A stand for? A is for authors. That means, are they planning to nurture young authors? Yes. So this is young, this is upcoming, this is versatile, and this is authors. Second edition of it, that is why Yuva 2.0. Here they may ask you the name of the ministry. If you are aware of the full form, authors, that is why Education Ministry, you can relate it just like that. 75, we know the significance of the number 75. They are planning to nurture, they are planning to develop those 75 writers for this particular thing, Yuva 2.0. By Education Ministry, 75 writers will be, mentored. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launches, Ministry of Family Health and Family Welfare launches Telemanas. If you are aware of the full form of Manas, Telemanas, because if they ask you what is the name of the ministry behind this scheme, you will not be able to answer that till the time you are aware of the full form. In Manas, M stands for mental health. That's how you'll be able to understand that it is by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, because it is mental health involved, because there is mental health involved. Now what is going to be the full form of it? This is mental health. This is assistance networking across states. Tele, mental health assistance and network across states. That is going to be the theme. So with that only I have wrapped up the class, and I really hope that you have understood whatever I've taught you. If you could not, you can re-watch the video. You can watch the Hindi session as well. If you wish to join us, you can join us. The numbers are given below. Thank you so much for watching.